Πόν των Αγίων Πατέρων ημών, Κύριε Ιησού Χριστέ ο Θεός, ελέησον και σώσον ημάς.
Amen.
Η Αγία Τριάς θα φυλάξει πάντως ημάς. May the Holy Trinity keep protect you all. Good morning, everyone. At this moment, if you may please, if you haven't done so, send in your Venmo donations as we would have been passing the tray in church. I hope you're all having a wonderful morning, as it is a beautiful day outside. It's the wonderful weather we have here. We are blessed to have in January. It's very sunny. It's nice and refreshing outside. I hope you get to go outside to enjoy the weather. Something to be very thankful and grateful for. Today we celebrate the feast day of Saint Anthony the great ascetic of the desert. Happy name day, χρόνια πολλά, σε όλοι που γιορτάζουν σήμερα του Αγίου Αντωνίου, and happy feast day for tomorrow for those who celebrate Saint Athanasius, like our chanter. Χρόνια πολλά Athanasi. Happy feast day for those who celebrate for Saint Athanasius tomorrow. So those are great, wonderful saints, and we would not have known as much about Saint Anthony the Great if it wasn't for Saint Athanasius, who went and met him in the desert in the 4th century, and learned so much about this ascetic, the saint that left the world and went to the desert. He went into isolation that many of us feel, but never isolated from God, and never isolated by thinking of the world and praying for the world. And we too are at home praying for the world and praying for God to heal and to unite the world. So happy name day, and may Saint Anthony the Great and Saint Athanasius inspire us to learn more about our faith and to pray to God even in isolation and even when we are not in church, that the church is always with us. So a few announcements today. We have Sunday school immediately after liturgy. We have our moms and tots, and then we have our Sunday school lessons with the children. Please look at your emails for the links as well. We have our Bible studies at 8 o'clock on Wednesday, every Wednesday at 8 o'clock on Zoom, and more information is in the bulletin as well. You will be able to pick up holy water from now until 2 o'clock today, and every weekend you'd be able to do that as well. If you cannot during the weekend, between those morning hours, please contact the office and we can inform you what other days you're able to pick up holy water as well. Today's gospel reading is on the 10 lepers. Those who had leprosy in those times were outcasts. They lived in isolation. They were known as the untouchables. No one wanted to be near the lepers, those who had leprosy. They were the unclean, and they were isolated and alone. They go to Christ and they ask him to heal him and for mercy. And Christ doesn't just heal them right away. He tells them to go to the priests and to declare that they were healed. And on the way to the priests, they were healed on their way, which showed they had faith in Christ, that in his word they would be made well. And you can imagine the joy and excitement that these lepers had, that now they can go back into society, now they can be with the others, and now they weren't labeled. But only one went back. 9 out of 10 were ungrateful, and only one was grateful. He expressed his gratitude to God and ran to Christ to say thanks, which shows that they didn't have to walk long enough to be healed for him to run back to find Christ exactly where he was. This teaches us that although we may be healed physically, in order for us to be healed in our hearts and to be healed spiritually, that happiness, true happiness, comes from gratitude. Gratitude is the attitude to have. Didn't mean to rhyme, but it's something that we must have, this attitude of gratefulness. And it is a way to address issues in our life. That way we're not always complaining. We are not always finding ourselves bitter or sad or lonely or looking down, but to look at life through gratitude, to see how beautiful the day is today, to thank God that we woke up this morning to live our life, that we have our health, that we have those who we have around us. If you feel sad, make a list of what you are grateful for. Make a list of what you may ask God to give God thanks, so that we may not always be asking, but that we may always be in thanksgiving. And gratitude should be expressed. We shouldn't assume that God just should know that we are happy. But when we express our thankfulness, whether we express it to God and express it to one another, we are completing that gratitude through our expression. And for us to always be conscious and thankful, and to know to be thankful for God and for all the blessings through others that He has given us. May God bless you all, and I am thankful for you all, and I miss you all. God bless you, and have a wonderful day.